welcome to Monday's Market Outlook at Wealth Creation Investing. Matthew Buckley, the Chief Investment Strategist here at WCI, and hopefully you had a great holiday last week, a very Merry Christmas, and we're setting up for another holiday-shortened trading week, which, as we saw last week, could result in low volume but significant swings in the market, or actually individual positions, as we saw Friday, the absolute meltdown finally of Twitter, because it hasn't made a nickel yet, and it's priced at about 80 times nothing because it earns nothing. So let's cover the flight schedule real quick for the week. Monday, we're going to see pending home sales. And folks, as I've covered many times before, especially over Top Gun Options, we're starting to exit bizarro market, right? And if you don't know what bizarro market was or is, bizarro market means good news is good news for the market, good economic news. Bad economic news was good news for the market, and horrible economic news was great news for the market. Why? Because it meant the Fed wasn't going anywhere with their monthly asset purchases. Well, as we saw a couple weeks ago, the Fed said, hey, we're going to stick out the speed brake, and we're going to throttle back our asset purchases by $10 billion a month. What happened? Market rallied. Hey, the Fed must be thinking the economy's great, so everything must be all clear. Couldn't disagree more that the all clear has been sounded, but we'll get into that. But pending home sales, the reason I bring up exiting bizarro market is last month it was a decrease of 0.6%. We're looking for 1.1% increase in pending home sales. If that number is a miss as we exit bizarro market, bad news is going to be bad news once again. So get ready. And Tuesday is chock full of potential market moving. More housing, S&P Case-Shiller 20 city composite index there. Chicago PMI, a gauge of Midwest manufacturing, and the all-important Conference Board's consumer confidence number. Well, Whiz, why is it all important? Well, it's a survey of 5,000 households, and it asks them to rate their level of current and future economic conditions, about labor availability, business conditions, and just overall economic situations. So that's a potential market moving number as well. 70.4, looking for 76.5. That's a ginormous increase in consumer confidence. And if that's a miss in a low volume week, potentially look out below. Okay. Obviously, on Wednesday, we're all going to be watching the Mummers Parade in Philadelphia. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Thursday, we'll get back to work with weekly unemployment claims and some manufacturing and ISM numbers and construction spending. Okay, so kind of a relatively big week as far as housing goes. And then on Friday, nothing really except total vehicle sales, which have been pretty brisk of late, but they're calling for a little bit of a cool off here. So where do we go, folks? Well, as you can see, we came into this. Here's us coming into the Fed's decision, and oh, geez, the Fed must be brilliant, cough, and the market rallies through it. But as you saw last week, seeing a little bit of a level off rate here in the S&P 500. And usually when we see these level offs, we kind of take a break, right? We kind of consolidate and take stock of where we are, so to speak, pun intended. And I think that's what we're going to see going into year-end here. We got year-end tax selling. I think this is or was the Santa Claus rally for the past couple weeks. We're at historic highs here. We're going to see some year-end tax selling. And then January, we start getting into Q4 earnings season, okay? So I think we kind of take a break. I just sent out an urgent alert, trade alert to my subscribers over at Top Gun Options and Iron Condor on SPX. The 1810, 1880 are the short call and short puts. So we're going to throw in an Iron Condor there. Really good stuff in our urgent alert model portfolio as we finish out the year. Very, very strong. Over $54,000 gain in the urgent alert model portfolio on about $42,000 in haircut. That's a nearly 130% return year to date. And obviously, month to date, we looked pretty good as well. Just over $6,000 in gains. Our biggest quote loser, about $4,300 in SDS. I don't consider this a losing trade. Well, Whiz, that's red and it's a really big line. That is called smart. That's called the cost of doing business. If you don't know what SDS is the ProShares Ultra Short S&P 500. So if the market were to turn south for some reason out of the blue, and as you know, markets go down a hell of a lot faster than they go up, That's called a hedge, folks. I don't complain every month when I write my homeowner's insurance policy or my car insurance policy. It's the cost of doing business. And if I get rear-ended, here in Boca Raton by a 17-year-old texting, I'm happy for insurance. Okay, so this might look like a black eye. I really don't consider it that. Okay, so yeah, we could have made more profits, but if you're all bullish or all bearish, you're doing it wrong. This is what a nice hedged portfolio looks like. You got some strong greens and a couple reds and a big red in an up month. Most likely was your hedge. Okay, I might not make the most money, but I make money consistently. I'd rather be able to sleep at night rather than hoping and praying, lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling going, geez, I hope the market doesn't turn south tomorrow because I am long in everything. That's not the case here at Top Gun Options. Got a 1 p.m. live trading session, my last one of 2013, so I strongly recommend that you attend. Click on the link in this email to register. And even click on this link in this email if you're watching this at 1 p.m. so you can watch the replay because it's my final one of 2013. Going to be talking about 2014, what's going on, and where I see the markets going. Going to be a very, very interesting year as we exit bizarro market and get back to the quote new normal or old normal, and we'll talk about that. All right, folks, happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and make sure you check out Top Gun Options Tuesday through Thursday for my daily sit rep report, and then I'll be back Friday with our Friday market wrap up here at Wealth Creation Investing. We'll see you.